curse on me I'll never forget.
I see.
Anyone looking for work should consider the Fighters Guild. I hear they're always looking for recruits. What's the news from the
The great house tomorrow.
You're probably already pretty good at it.
You think?
Anyone looking for work? What's the news from the other part?
I hear the legions have been made.
I have heard Argonia is a strange and treacherous one.
Move out of my way. What? That's him. You've got a point. That's just not now, not later, not ever. That's it. Not now. You think that's funny? Such. That's a not now. That's just not funny. I don't. That's just stupid. Such a. I can't argue with that. That's a. Not now. Sorry. Such adventures. What a dark. Such. You gotta. Don't waste your flattery on me. Such. I can't. I don't. That's just not funny. You gotta. Not now. That's just not fun. I salute you. Most impressive. I see. We rarely get real trouble here. The watch puts a stop to rough stuff damn quick. I'm mostly ornamental at the bloated float. Makes folks happy. Rindir's Staffs is the best place in the city to buy a magical staff. Or is it Rindir's Staves? You too.
Yo, bro.
Just a bunch of fans.
We're just talking to everyone.
I'm Jer. I'm a dip. A pickpocket. But relax, you're safe from me. You look like you might take offense. Too risky. We'll see. No, you... What a... Is that so? No, you... I wish... Get away. That's just talk.
Get away.
You should... Is that so? What a one... Well done. What a... Get away. That's just... Please, I'm embarrassed, but thank you. I wish... You're waste... No, you do me too much honor.
We're doing him too much honor.
Really? You're waste... Goodness, what can I say? Really? You can't scare me.
Damn it.
Really now. Get away from me. That's just... No, you... What a... You're revolting. What a great... You're waste... Really now. You're such a chump. Goodness, what... Well, not... Is that so?
Alright. Let's talk about Imperial City.
You have to watch out for pickpockets in the city. You'd be surprised how many waterfronters earn a good income that way.
Yeah, I'm waterfronter too, you know.
I understand that Authorellos isn't a bad man to talk to, if you need to learn how not to be seen.
Alright, thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
How do you do?
I'm fine, and you?
Well met. Tell me more.
Sorry, I
Be
won't.
seeing you.
Just don't talk, okay? I need to pickpocket. Oh yes. Look at this gold. Finally, we're making some fortune with our sneak skill. Alright, we've got to read about Berenzia, the second tome. Oh, Hieronymus Lex.
We're always on duty.
This is the captain of the guard
Go
here.
ahead. You're pathetic. Don't... No. Sure, that's cute. Good one. You're up. Was that... Yes. Yes, whatever you say. That's a bit... Good one. You're a big fat liar. That's a... No, not bad. You're pathetic. Don't... Good one. Blah, blah, blah. What a bore.
What a bore. He sounds really annoyed, but he has this smile. Let's talk about Imperial City.
Never compromise. Never blink. Never wink at injustice. Never quit trying to make this a better city for everyone.
I like your sword. Can I have it?
Emperors have been assassinated before. If you run into trouble, come find me.
I'm in trouble. I need your sword.
Something I can help. Farewell.
I can't have it.
Stop! You violated the law.
I can't have his sword. This is embarrassing.
When I speak to someone like you, a noble citizen of the Empire, it reminds me what I'm fighting for. I salute you.
We are noble
For
citizen
you, of course.
of the Empire.
Move along.
Hear that?
I welcome a friendly face in these dark times. How can I be of assistance?
So nice to be a friendly face
Tell me
around here.
more. Long live the Empire.
Let's creep out of here. They're watching me. I can't just have it.
Sorry?
His money.
One copy of the Black Horse Courier per customer. For you, of course.
Oh, we can ask you some more of these stupid questions.
Don't. My is. That's pretty good. You're good.
You're good, yeah. I know, I'm the best. Especially at video games.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Make my day. You can't see through this stupid helmet.
I can't argue. What a dumb joke. Please. Blah, blah, blah. Blah. I won't. Sorry.
Blah, blah,
Please.
blah, blah.
I'm embarrassed, but thank you. You've got. That's goodness. What can I say? That's it. What a. No. You're pathetic. That's it. What a. Really? You're pathetic. You're. I can't. You think. Please. I'm embarrassed, but thank you.
But thank you. Let's talk about rumors.
Emperors have.
No, this is not interesting. Thank you very much. Oh, I'll carry on. I'll carry on your stuff.
It's all over, lawbreaker.
I was just considering carrying your stuff. Come on. You really wanted that, right? I think we're going the wrong way. We need to go to a bookshop. Because we need to know more about the law, the lore. Ragbag Boomtara. Let's talk with you.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Of course.
Thank you, kind sir. Go ahead.
No problem.
That's just gracious. What a hero. Don't you think that's great? I can't argue with that. What? That's just you win this one.
I
won't
always win.
Don't. Sorry. I salute you. Most impressive. I see. Don't pay attention to those rumors. There is no such thing as a thieves' guild. The Grey Fox is just a thief the watch hasn't caught yet.
You really think so?
Blessings of Stendar upon you.
Yeah, push her over.
There's evil afoot, citizen, and I've little time for chatter. What is it?
Let's talk about you.
I'm listening. Please, I'm embarrassed, but not bad.
Damn it,
Oh,
what the
please.
hell have I done?
You can. You're not bad. No, you do me too much. What? That. You're not bad. Not bad at all. That's. Please. You're. Don't make me laugh. You're a. Sure. What? Oh, please. Good. You can't. You're. Sure, that's cute. Good. Oh, don't. Yeah, I get it. That works for me. Carry on. Is there a problem?
Yeah,
Yes.
your disposition is a problem.
My life is You've got. That's just stupid. That's my life. I won't fight you. I won't. What a. That's amazing. I won't fight. Don't you think that's funny?
Yeah, your face is funny.
Truth is, the Legion doesn't know who is behind the Emperor's murder.
I know who, but I won't tell you. So you can tell, what a dumb joke. Damn it,
Stop!
freaking peasant saw me. Or is it a peasant? Okay. Thank you very much. Ruslan.
Hey, stranger, can you spare a few coins? I've just been shaken down by that bastard watchman who took my last scepter.
Of course. Take 3, I have plenty to spare.
Blessings of Akatosh upon you.
Corrupt Imperial Watchman, let's hear about it.
I don't know his name, but I'd recognize him if I saw him again. Lurank and I were shopping at Jensen's when he accused us of stealing. Even Jensen said we were innocent, but he didn't care. We had to pay his fine or go to jail.
Why didn't Jensen report him?
He's shaken down most of the shopkeepers in the market district. They're all too afraid of him to do anything. Jensen wouldn't even talk about it. Someone ought to do something about him.
Oh, I'll do something about him. Don't you worry.
I'm listening. What nonsense? Good one. I doubt it.
Good one, you're
Don't
doubted.
wait. Don't. Sure, I doubt it. Don't
Sure,
talk.
you're doubted.
No more. Good one. I doubt it. Yes, whatever. That's pretty. I doubt it. Don't talk such rot. I doubt it. Don't wait. No more. Sure, that's cute. I doubt it. Don't talk. Don't.
His voice lines
Not bad.
sound as if the narrator just didn't care about these responses.
You're very curious. Perhaps too curious for your own good.
I'm just a sponge for information, you know, regular stuff.
If there's a complaint about Emergent, speak to Venetia Miliceia.
Alright, thank you for the heads up.
I'm gonna keep a low profile for a while.
Yeah, you do that. Someone's watching me. Damn it, it is too crowded here.
Who will help an old beggar?
Everybody needs a copy of the Black Horse Courier.
Alessia Otis. Ah, these guards are watching me. What the hell? What time is it? What? 5 PM already? Must say, time really is flying in this game. It's flying too fast. Alright, arena. We need to go left. Come on. Maybe we should sneak for a while because we really need to buy at least a chest in our house. Where are these three brothers? Jensine. Oh. It's right here. Hello. Alright, Sergius.
What?
Give me the goods.
For you, of course. That's just... That's... Don't... Well done. Is the... Where'd you... Don't... Really? Interesting. That works for me. Let's do business.
Let's. A Kavari Thunderblade. Disintegrate armor 100 points on strike. Disintegrate weapon 100 points on strike. 15 uses. House storage area. We'll buy that. Now I don't have enough money for everything else. His disposition increased. How so? Finding. Belted brace.
You need to make a better offer.
Okay. Let's get back to 55%.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
You don't say.
Fine transaction. You've got a great deal there.
I've stole that from the lighthouse. Nothing interesting were in it, so I've just stole some clothes,
You've made a good bit of gold.
which now I sell
That's
here.
a good deal. An excellent bargain.
Okay, now we need to sell these two.
That's more than I'd usually pay.
Flawless ruby.
That's more than I'd usually pay. That seems a fair price.
So you have your doubts, really?
A fine transaction.
Okay, so we've got a bit more for our house here. Let's buy it. Which ones do you prefer? Let's hear you out. I don't know, because the first thing we needed we already got. So the second thing is probably more or less up to you, because there is no actual difference between all that. Well, there is difference, but in functionality there is none. And while you're choosing, I'm a bit AFK. Please wait a bit. we haven't chose anything, so alright. Let's take sitting area because our table doesn't have any seats. Oh, so our purchases increases disposition. Interesting.
Tell your friends about me.
Oh, I will. Thank you.
You too. Hail.
Hail, Cicero.
It's my pleasure. Please continue.
You're not in in for a trading. Alright. What can we brew here? Nothing in particular. Okay. Let's go to the bookshop. Hello. Ushija. Hi, Phintius. Alright, so we finished this the first tome when Marenzia smiled and shrugged that she doesn't know, or no, maybe she does. Yes, she does, and she turned and kissed her friend Straw, and with affectionality, and let's go for the second tome. It's 56 pages in it. The Real Barenzia Part 2, Anonymous. Barenzia and Straw settled into Riften for the winter, taking a cheap room in the Shimir section of town. Barenzia wanted to join the Thieves Guild, knowing there would be trouble if she were caught freelancing. One day, in a bar room, she caught the eye of a known member of the guild, a bold young Khajiit named Theris. She offered to bet him if he would sponsor her membership. He looked her over, grinning, and agreed, but said she'd still have to pass an initiation. What sort of initiation? Ah, Theris said, pay up first, sweetness. This passage has been censored by order of the temple. Straw was going to kill her, and maybe Theris too. What in Tamriel had possessed her to do such a thing? She cast an apprehensive look around the room, but the other patrons had lost interest and gone back to their own business. She did not recognize any of them. This wasn't the inn where she and Straw were staying. With luck, it would be a while or never before Straw found out. Theris was by far the most exciting and attractive man she had yet met. He not only told her about the skills she needed to become a member of the Thieves Guild, but also trained her in them himself, or else introduced her to people who could. Among those was a woman who knew something about magic. Katisha was a plump and matronly lord. She was married to a smith, had 2 teenage children, and was perfectly ordinary and respectable, except that she was very fond of cats, and by logical inference their humanoid counterparts, the Khajiit, had a talent for certain kinds of magic and cultivated rather odd friends. She taught Barenzia an invisibility spell and schooled her in other forms of stealth and disguise. Katisha mingled magical and non-magical talents freely, using one set to enhance the other. She was not a member of the Thieves Guild, but was fond of Theris in a motherly sort of way. Barenzia warmed to her as she never had toward any woman, and over the next few weeks she told Katisha all about herself. She brought Straw there too sometimes. Straw approved of Katisha, but not of Theris. Theris found Straw quote-unquote interesting, and suggested to Barenzia that they arrange what he called a threesome. Absolutely not, Barenzia said firmly, grateful that Theris had broached the subject in private for once. He wouldn't like it. I wouldn't like it. Theris smiled his charming triangular feline smile and sprawled lazily on his chair, stretching his limbs and curling his tail. You might be surprised, both of you. Pairing is so boring. Barenzia answered him with a glare. Or maybe you wouldn't like it with that country bumpkin of yours, sweetness. Would you mind if I brought along another friend? Yes, I would. If you're bored with me, you and your friend can find someone else. She was a member of the Thieves Guild now. She had passed their initiation. She found Theris useful but not essential. Maybe she was a bit bored with him too. She talked to Katisha about her problems with men, or what she thought of as her problems with men. Katisha shook her head and told her she was looking for love, not sex, that she'd know the right man when she found him, that neither Straw nor Theris was the right one for her. Barenzia cocked her head to one side quizzically. They say dark elven women are pro something. Prostitutes? She said, although she was dubious. You mean promiscuous? Although some do become prostitutes, I suppose, Katisha said as an afterthought. Elves are promiscuous when they are young, but you'll outgrow it. Perhaps you're beginning to already. She added hopefully. She liked Barenzia, had grown to be quite fond of her. You ought to meet some nice elven boys, though. If you go on keeping company with Khajiits and humans and what have you, you'll find yourself pregnant in next to no time. Barenzia smiled involuntarily at the thought. I'd like that, I think. But it would be inconvenient, wouldn't it? Babies are a lot of trouble, and I don't even have my own house yet. How old are you, Barry? 17? Well, you've a year or two yet before you're fertile, unless you're very unlucky. Elves don't have children readily with other elves after that, even so you'll be alright if you stick with them. Barenzia remembered something else. Stru wants to buy a farm and marry me. Is that what you want? No, not yet. Maybe someday. Yes, someday. But not if I can be queen. And not just any queen. The queen of Mournhold. She said this determinedly, almost stubbornly, as if to drown out any doubt. Katisha chose to ignore this last comment. She was amused at the girl's hyperactive imagination, took it as a sign of a well-functioning mind. I think Straw will be a very old man before this someday comes, Barry. Elves live for a very long time. Katisha's face briefly wore the envious, wistful look humans got when contemplating the 1,000-year lifespan elves had been granted by the gods. True, few ever actually lived that long as disease and violence took their respective tolls, but they could, and one or two of them actually did. I like old men too, Barry said. Katisha laughed. Barenzia fidgeted impatiently while Theris sorted through the papers on the desk. He was being meticulous and methodical, carefully replacing everything just as he'd found it. They'd broken into a nobleman's household, leaving Straw to hover outside as lookout. Theris had said it was a simple job, but very hush-hush. He hadn't even wanted to bring any other guild member along. He said he knew he could trust Barry and Straw, but no one else. Tell me what you're looking for, and I'll find it, Barry whispered urgently. Theris' night sight wasn't as good as hers, and he didn't want her to magic up even a small orb of light. She had never been in such a luxurious place, not even the Darkmoor castle of Count Sven and Lady Inga, where she had spent her childhood, compared to it. She gazed around in wonder as they made their way through the ornately decorated and hugely echoing downstairs rooms. But Theris didn't seem interested in anything but the desk in the small book-lined study on the upper floor. St! He hissed angrily. Someone's coming, Barry said, a moment before the door opened and two dark figures stepped into the room. Theris gave her a violent shove toward them and sprang to the window. Barenzia's muscles went rigid. She couldn't move or even speak. She watched helplessly as one of the figures, the smaller one, leaped after Theris. There were two quick, silent stabs of blue light, then Theris folded over into a steel heap. Outside the study, the house had come alive with hastening footsteps and voices calling out in alarm and the clank of armor hurriedly put on. The bigger man, a dark elf by the looks of him, half lifted, half dragged Theris to the door and thrust him into the waiting arms of another elf. A jerk of the first elf's head sent his smaller blue-robed companion after them. Then he sauntered over to inspect Barenzia, who was once again able to move, although her head throbbed maddeningly when she tried to. "Open your shirt, Barenzia," the elf said. Barenzia gawked at him and clutched it closed. You're a girl, aren't you, Barry?" he said softly. "You should have stopped dressing as a boy months ago, you know. You're only drawing attention to yourself. And calling yourself Barry, is your friend Straw too stupid to remember anything else?" "It's a common elven name," Barenzia defended. The man shook his head sadly. "Not among dark elves it isn't, my dear. But you wouldn't know much about dark elves, would you? I regret that, but it couldn't be helped. No matter, I shall try to remedy it." "Who are you?" Barenzia demanded. "I, so much for fame." The man shrugged, smiling wryly. "I am Symmachus, milady Barenzia, General Symmachus of His Awesome and Terrible Majesty Tiber Septim, the First Imperial Army, and I must say it's a merry chase you've led me throughout Tamriel, or this part of it, anyway. Although I guessed and guessed correctly that you'd head for Morrowind eventually. You had a bit of luck. A body was found in Whiterun that was thought to be Straw's, so we stopped looking for the pair of you. That was careless of me, yet I'd not have thought you'd have stayed together this long. Where is he? Is he alright?" she asked in genuine trepidation. "Oh, he's fine, for now. In custody, of course." He turned away. "You care for him, then?" he said, and then suddenly stared at her with fierce curiosity, out of red eyes that seemed strange to her, except in her own seldom-seen reflection. "He's my friend," Barenzia said. The words came out in a tone that sounded dull and hopeless to her own ears. Symmachus, a general in the Imperial Army no less, said to have the friendship and ears of Tiber Septim himself. You seem to have several unsuitable friends, if you'll forgive my saying so, milady." "Stop calling me that." She was irritated at the general's seeming sarcasm, but he only smiled. As they talked, the bustle and flurry in the house died away. Although she could still hear people, presumably the residents, whispering together not far off, the tall elf perched himself on the corner of the desk. He seemed quite relaxed and prepared to stay a while. Then it occurred to her. Several unsuitable friends, had he said. This man knew all about her, or seemed to know enough anyway, which amounted to the same thing. What's going to happen to them? To me? As you know, this house belongs to the commander of the Imperial troops in this area, which means to say that it belongs to me. Barenzia gasped and Symmachus looked up sharply. "What, you didn't know?" "Why, you're a rash, milady, even for 17. You must always know what it is you do or get yourself into." "But the guild wouldn't have." Barenzia was trembling. The Thieves' Guild would never have attempted a mission that crossed Imperial policy. No one dared oppose Tiber Septim, at least no one she knew of. Someone at the guild had bungled badly, and now she was going to pay for it. "I dare say. It's unlikely that Theris had guild approval for this. In fact, I wonder." Symmachus examined the desk carefully, pulling out drawers. He selected one, placed it on top of the desk, and removed the false bottom. There was a folded sheet of parchment inside. It seemed to be a map of some sort. Barenzia edged closer. Symmachus held it away from her, laughing. "Rash indeed." He glanced it over, then folded and replaced it. "You advised me a moment ago to seek after knowledge." So I did. Suddenly he seemed to be in high good humor. "We must be going, my dear lady." He shepherded her to the door, down the stairs and out into the night air. No one was about. Barenzia's eyes darted towards the shadows. She wondered if she could outrun him or elude him somehow. "You're not thinking of attempting to escape, are you?" Don't you want to hear first what my plans for you are?" She thought that he sounded a bit hurt. "Now that you mention it, yes. Perhaps you're you'd rather hear about your friends first. No. He looked gratified at this. It was evidently the answer he wanted, though he thought Barenzia, but it was also the truth. While she was concerned for her friends, especially Straw, she was far more concerned for herself. You will take your place as the rightful queen of Mournhold. Symmachus explained that this had been his and Tiber Septim's plan for her all along, that Mournhold, which had been under military rule for the dozen or so years since she had been away, was gradually to be returned to civilian government under the Empire's guidance, of course, and as part of the imperial province of Morrowind. But why was I sent to Darkmoor? Barenzia asked, hardly believing anything she had just been told. For safekeeping, naturally. Why did you run away? Barenzia shrugged. I saw no reason to stay. I should have been told. You would have been by now. I had in fact sent for you to be removed to the Imperial City to spend some time as part of the Emperor's household. But of course you had, shall we say, absconded by them. As for your destiny, it should be, and should have been, quite obvious to you. Tiber Septim does not keep those he has no use for, and what else could you be that would be of use to him? I know nothing of him, nor, for that matter, of you. Then know this. Tiber Septim rewards friends and foes alike according to their deserts. Barenzia chews on that for a few moments. Straw has deserved well of me and has never done anyone any harm. He is not a member of the Thieves Guild. He came along to protect me. He earns our keep by running errands, and he... Symmachus waved her impatiently to silence. I know all about Straw, he said, and about Theris. He stared at her intently. So, what would you? She took a deep breath. Straw wants a little farm. If I'm to be rich, then I would like for one to be given to him. Very well, he seemed astonished at this, and then pleased. Done. He shall have it. And Theris? He betrayed me, Barenzia said coldly. Theris should have told her what risks the job entailed. Besides, he'd pushed her right into their enemy's arms in an attempt to save himself. Not a man to be rewarded, not in fact a man to be trusted. Yes, and? Well, he should be made to suffer for it, shouldn't he? That seems reasonable. What form should said suffering take? Barenzia balled her hands into fists. She would have liked to beat and claw at the Khajiit herself, but considering the turn events had taken, that didn't seem very queenly. A whipping, would 20 stripes be too many, do you think? I don't want to do him any permanent injury, you understand, just teach him a lesson. Aye, of course. Symmachus grinned at this, then his features suddenly set and became serious. It shall be done, your highness, milady Queen Barenzia of Mournhold. Then he bowed to her, a sweeping, courtly, ridiculously wonderful bow. Barenzia's heart leapt. She spent 2 days at Symmachus' apartment, during which she was kept very busy. There was a dark elven woman named Drelian who saw to her needs, although she did not exactly seem a servant since she took her meals with them. Nor did she seem to be Symmachus' wife or lover. Drelian looked amused when Barenzia asked her about it. She simply said she was in the general's employ and did whatever was asked of her. With Drelian's assistance, several fine gowns and pairs of shoes were ordered for her, plus a riding habit and boots. Along with other small necessities, Barenzia was given a room to herself. Symmachus was out a great deal. She saw him at most meal times, but he said little about himself or what he had been doing. He was cordial and polite, quite willing to converse on most subjects, and seemed interested in anything she had to say. Drelian was much the same. Barenzia found them pleasant enough, but hard to get know, as Katisha would have put it. She felt an odd twinge of disappointment. These were the first dark elves with whom she'd associated closely. She'd been expected to feel comfortable with them, to feel at last that she belonged somewhere, but with somebody, as part with something. Instead, she found herself yearning for her Nordic friends, Katisha and Straw. When Symmachus told her they were to set out for the Imperial City on the morrow, she asked if she could say goodbye to them. Katisha, he asked. Aye, but then I suppose I owe her something. She it was she it was who led me to you by telling me of a lonely dark elven girl named Barry who needed elven friends, and who sometimes dressed as a boy. She has no association with the Thieves Guild apparently, and no one associated with the Thieves Guild seems to know your true identity, save Theris. That is well. I prefer that your former guild membership not be made public knowledge. Please speak of it to no one, Your Highness. Such a past does not become an imperial queen. No one knows but Straw and Theris, and they won't tell anyone. No, he smiled a curious little smile. No, they won't. He didn't know that Katisha knew then, but still, there was something about the way he said it. Straw came to their apartment on the morning of their departure. They were left alone in the salon, although Barenzia knew that other elves were within earshot. He looked drawn and pale. They hugged one another silently for a few minutes. Straw's shoulders were shaking and tears were rolling down his cheeks, but he said nothing. Barenzia tried a smile. So we both get what we want, eh? I'm told to be Queen of Mornholm, and you'll be Lord of your own farmstead. She took his hand, smiled at him warmly, genuinely. I'll write you, Straw, I promise. You must find a scribe so you can write me too. Straw shook his head sadly. When Barenzia persisted, he opened his mouth and pointed at it, making inarticulate noises. Then she realized what it was. His tongue was gone, had been cut off. Barenzia collapsed onto a chair and wept noisily. But why, she demanded of Symmachus when Straw had been ushered away. Why? Symmachus shrugged. He knows too much. He could be dangerous. At least he's alive and he won't need his tongue to raise pigs or whatever. I hate you, Barenzia screamed at him, then abruptly doubled over and vomited on the floor. She continued to revile him between intermittent bouts of nausea. He listened stolidly for some time while Drelian cleaned up after her. Finally he told her to cease or he would gag her for her journey to the Emperor. They stopped at Katisha's house on their way out of the city. Symmachus and Drelian didn't dismount. All seemed normal, but Barenzia was frightened as she knocked on the door. Katisha answered the knock. Barenzia thanked the gods silently that at least she was alright, but she'd also obviously been weeping. In any case, she embraced Barenzia warmly. Why are you crying? Barenzia asked. For Theris, of course. You haven't heard? Oh dear, poor Theris, he's dead. Barenzia felt icy fingers creeping around her heart. He was caught stealing from the commandant's house, poor fellow, but that was so foolish of him. Oh Barry, he was drawn and quartered this very dawn by the commandant's order. She started to sob. I went. He asked for me. It was terrible. He suffered so before he died. I'll never forget it. I looked for you and Straw, but no one knew where you had both gone to. She glanced behind Barenzia. That's the commandant, isn't it? Symmachus. Then Katisha did a strange thing. She stopped crying and grinned. You know, the moment I saw him, I thought, this is the one for Barenzia. Katisha took a fold of her apron and wiped it across her eyes. I told him about you, you know. Yes, Barenzia said. I know. She took Katisha's hands in each of hers and looked at her earnestly. Katisha, I love you. I'm going to miss you. But please don't ever tell anyone else anything about me. Ever. Swear you won't, especially not to Symmachus. And look after Straw for me. Promise me that. Katisha promised, puzzled though willing. Barry, it wasn't somehow because of me that Theris was caught, was it? I never said anything about Theris to him. She glanced over at the general. Barenzia assured her that it wasn't, and that an informant had told the Imperial Guard of Theris' plans, which was probably a lie, but she could see that Katisha plainly needed some kind of comfort. Oh, I'm glad of that. If I can be glad of anything just now, I'd hate to think. But how could I have known? She leaned over and whispered in Barenzia's ear. Symmachus is very handsome, don't you think? And so charming. I wouldn't know about that, Barenzia said dryly. I haven't really thought about it. There've been other things to think about. She explained hurriedly about being Queen of Mornhold and going to live in the Imperial City for a while. He was looking for me, that's all, on orders from the Emperor. I was the object of a quest, nothing more than some sort of a goal. I don't think he thinks of me as a woman at all. He said I didn't look like a boy, though," she added in the face of Katisha's incredulity. Katisha knew that Barenzia evaluated every male she met in terms of sexual desirability and availability. "I suppose it's the shock of finding out that I really am a queen," she added, and Katisha agreed that yes, that's true, that must have been something of a shock, although one there was no likelihood of her experiencing firsthand. She smiled. Barenzia smiled with her, then they hugged again, cheerfully, for the last time. She never saw Katisha again, or Straw. The royal party left Riften by the great southern gate. Once through, Symmachus tapped her shoulder and pointed back at the portals. "I thought you might want to say goodbye to Theris too, your highness," he said. Barenzia stared briefly but steadily at the head impaled on a spike above the gate. The birds had been added, but the face was still recognizable. "I don't think he'll hear me, although I'm quite sure he'll be pleased to know I'm fine," she said, seeming to sound light. "Let's be on our way, General, shall we?" Symmachus was clearly disappointed by her lack of reaction. "Aye. You heard of this from your friend Katisha, I suppose?" "You suppose correctly. She attended the execution," Barenzia said casually. If he didn't know already, he'd find out soon enough, she was sure of that. "Did she know Theris belonged to the guild?" He shrugged. "Everyone knew that. It's only lower-ranking members like me who are supposed to keep their membership secret. The ones higher up are well known." He turned to smile archly at him. "But you must know all that, shouldn't you, General?" she said sweetly. He seemed unaffected by this. "So you told her who you were and whence you came, but not about the guild." "The guild membership was not my secret to tell. The other was. There's a difference. Besides, Katisha is a very honest woman. Had I told her, it would have lessened me in her eyes. She was always after Theris to take up a more honest line of work. I value her good opinion." She afforded him a glacial stare. "Not that it's any concern of yours, but do you know what else?" she thought. "She also thought I'd be happier if I settled down with just one man, one of my own race. One of my own race with all the right qualities. One of my own race with all the right qualities who knows to say all the right things. You, in fact." She grabbed the reins preparatory to assuming a brisker pace, but not without sinking one final irresistible barb. "Isn't it odd how wishes come true sometimes, but not in the way you want them to, or maybe I should say, not in the way you would ever want them to?" His answer so took her by surprise that she quite forgot about Kentrinov. "Yes, very odd," he replied, and his tone matched his words exactly. Then he excused himself and fell behind. She held her head high and urged her to mount onward, trying to look unimpressed. Now, what was it about his response that bothered her? Not what he said, no, that wasn't it, but something about the way he said it. Something about it made her think that she, Barenzia, was one of his wishes that had come true. Unlikely as this seemed, she gave it due deliberation. He had found her at last, after months of searching, it seemed, under pressure from the Emperor, no doubt. So his wish had come true. Yes, that must be it. But in a way, apparently, not altogether to his liking. Okay, that concludes The Real Barenzia, Volume 2. So it's 6:42 p.m. Let's go to our house and store the books we now have.
I think we're in for some hard times. The death of Uriel Septimius changes everything.
Who's watching us? Oh yes. You're in for a treat. Hello, our rival. Not just we have stolen the diary of her nose, we also grabbed her money. Good one, don't you think? Samuel
Well
Benty.
Greetings.
He was the outlaw.
Pleasure to speak with you. Take your time. Sure. Don't. That's a bit. I accept. I have no choice. That's a bit Yeah. You're pathetic. I see.
I'm pathetic, let's go.
Farewell.
Samuel Bantian, you want to learn a few tricks about security? I'm your man.
I'd really love to, but I don't have any money left on me.
Certainly. You're wasting your please, Rim. Not funny, not even a little bit.
Let's talk about Imperial City.
I only do the training anymore. None of the rigs and tricks. Rochelle and me just want the settled life nowadays. Let's get to training.
Yeah, my gold is 80. So, get lost with all your
Farewell.
training. Damn it, everyone's watching.
Hail, good citizen. How can I be of service?
I'm
Is
a
there a
model
problem,
citizen.
All right. Not now. Yeah, I get it. Is that so? That's amazing. What? None. You can't. Sure, that's cute. Prish, you can't scare me. Sure. Don't try to. Don't. Such. That's. Sure, that's cute. Prish, you're. Good one. What nonsense. Good one. Don't talk. That's a. Is that so? What? Is that? Don't waste your flattery on. Don't. That's.
Damn it.
Is that so? Sure. Don't try. You can't scare me. Not bad. What? Oh, please. All right, I get it. The
Yeah, the Emperor's dead. Long live the Emperor. They're all watching. No, they don't.
It's all over.
Who's watching? The fuck? Who's watching me? Thank you very much.
Hail, good citizen. Can I help you?
Yeah, probably you can.
Take your time.
No, you can't help me.
Carry on. It's all over.
It's all over, Lawbreaker.
It's all over.
Wait a bit, please.
It's all over, law. It's all over. Stop right there, criminal scum. Stop! It's all over. Stop right! It's all over. It's all over.
How many perception points he has?
It's all over. It's all over.
He has too much perception points.
Stop right there!
I don't think we'll be able to rob him. Finally. Sheesh. What an asshole. Where is the waterfront? Ah, it's over there. Okay.
State your business. Take your time. Stay safe, citizen. This humble Legion soldier is at your service. How can I help a fellow citizen of the Empire? All right.
I didn't pay taxes, so you can't help me.
What? No more? That's... I wish I could say that. What? You think... What a great story. Not now.
Dang
Not...
it.
No... You think that's funny? Well, no more... What? Sorry. I don't get it.
Your speechcraft skill increases. You should rest and meditate on what you've learned.
No, not. What a dumb. I wish I could say that. That's. Mark. That's just. Really? What? Don't. Alright. I get it. Emperor. Stay safe, citizen. As you talk to. Hello, citizen. I'm listening. You should. Really? Interesting. Please.
Damn
You're
it.
wasting your breath. What? Ugh. Oh, no.
What?
You do need to. Really now. You should. Is that? What a great story. That's just talk. Good. Really? You're revolting. Get. Is really now? You. That's just talk. No, really? You're revolting. Is that so? No. What? Not funny. Not even a little bit.
Fine, fine.
The Emperor is dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Long live the Empire.
Stop watching me. So I could do my dirty business. And so I can't do it. Who's watching me? This other guy. Damn it. What an asshole. You again. Well, now we have some chairs near our hearth. Also, we have drawers. I hoped for a chest, but still okay. Ooh, we've got some clothes here. Right, so let's level up our character. Let's raise agility, strength, and intelligence. You act today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just... Alright. Forgot to read that. You walk today with a new sense of purpose. You're no longer afraid of failure. Failure is just an opportunity to learn something new. Okay, so now we can read a bit more. A less rude song by Anonymous. They say the Iliac Bay is the place to barrel around without a bit of apparel on, and advertised in any carol song a tune that's sung as the west wind blows, about its lovely not wearing any clothes. Ladies singing high notes, men singing lows, implying that the most luscious depravity, in complete absence of serious gravity, can only be found in the waterous cavity of Iliac Bay. If you are the type who is more a sinner than a saint, you'll find it all in Morrowind. But the truth, my child, is that nothing more wild than an ordinary fashion, kind of slightly mad passion, can be detected, if at all, in Sentinel and Daggerfall. Whatever your odd needs, feathered, scales, or finned, you'll find it all in Morrowind. It's an invention of bards that Bretons and Red Guards have more than some estate fun and suffer deviant fornication, for the most of madness, not the least, the wise debauchery heads out east. Where your once steely reserve is now merely tinned, you'll find it all in Morrowind. In Morrowind there is a sin, but pray do not confuse duller variety with that found in tepid Western society, compared to which it nearly is piety. It isn't terribly ingenious calling it prudery, observing the dark elf aversion to nudity. After all, the preferred sort of nudity in these parts is far more pernicious. From the Edgelanders to the wettest fishes, you'll find pleasure and pain quite delicious in Morrowind. If you find yourself with unkind kinship with your kin, you'll find it all in Morrowind. Not bad. Now let's put it in our drawer. We stole these coarse linens somewhere. Damn it. Assassination. We already read that, so let's put it in our drawer. Brief history of the Empire. We need to read the first 3 volumes, so we'll just put it there. Grey Fox Unmasked 2 and Grey Fox Manor Myth 2. So we've got this stuff to read now. Argonian account book 2. Alright, let's put it there too. Night Mother Rituals, I think we already read that. Yeah, we read that. Guide to Anvil. Alessius Otis, Guide to Anvil. Sweet Dibella, Lady of Love. Bless us and our children. My name is Alessia Otis, and I'd like to tell you all about Anvil. The seat of Anvil County is by the sea, and at first glance is very pretty, but when you examine it closely, it turns out to be quite unpleasant. The water views are charming, but on the docks and in the harbor district outside of town you will find many sailors and tramps and dirty persons of little worth. Castle Anvil is clean and well ordered, and within the town walls some houses are bright and cheerful, but others are derelict and abandoned, or shabby and neglected, with plaster fallen in patches from the stonework, and lunatics and drunkards may be encountered everywhere. Castle Anvil. The ruler of Anvil is Countess Milona Umbranox. Her husband Corvus Umbranox disappeared many years ago, and most persons would agree that her ladyship is better off without him, for he was a light and frivolous person, and given to loose and riotous behavior likely to promote scandal. The Countess herself is a righteous and godly woman, and an excellent ruler, well loved by the people. If only she could compel her town guard to drive the seamen, lowlifes, loafers and thieves from Anvil streets, Anvil might be a more tolerable place to live. Districts of Anvil. Consider the 5 districts of Anvil. Castle Anvil lies outside the town walls, south of town, overlooking the harbor, and is reached by a gate from Chapelgate. Within the town walls are 3 districts: Chapelgate in the east, Westgate in the west, and Guildgate between Chapelgate and Westgate. Harborside lies outside the town walls, south of town, and is reached by a gate from Westgate district. Chapelgate. A more beautiful chapel may not be seen in all Cyrodiil. A quiet garden for meditation with a fine statue of Dibella lies between the chapel and the town wall, and across from the chapel is a lovely garden and covered arcade where worshippers are protected from the elements. Regrettably, the people of Anvil seem little inclined to appreciate these advantages and are seldom seen worshipping in the chapel. Whether this is the fault of the primer, who is vain and shallow woman, or the countess who does little to encourage regular chapel worship by her example, I am unable to judge. Guildgate. The most prosperous part of Anvil is entered by Guildgate, or Main Gate, or North Gate. Here, side by side, may be seen the handsomest and ugliest of Anvil buildings. The guilds are kept clean and in good repair, and both Mages Guild and Fighters Guild are unusually ambitious and industrious by Cyrodiil common standard. The head of the Mages Guild, Carahill, is a scholar of good reputation and an outspoken enemy of necromancy, summoning, and the dark arts. The Fighters Guild here is well staffed and active, and shows no sign of the feckleness and poor morale of chapters elsewhere in Cyrodiil. However, next to the Mages Guild is a ruin, long boarded up and abandoned, and a prominent eyesore. Westgate. This is the residential district of Anvil. The houses here are shabby and ill kept. The people are untidy and dull, with the exception of Anvil's famous citizen, the Argonian authoress, Quillweave, who produces wretched books celebrating the misadventures and schemes of the lower and criminal classes. This person does her race no favor by confirming the prejudices of many who consider Argonians to be ungodly, dishonest, and worthless and little better than beasts. Harborside. The docks are rotten and in ill repair, and all manner of smells issue forth from the holds of ships and ramshackled warehouses. Shiftless persons gather here to bask in the sun, gossip, chatter, and plot how to beg or steal gold for wine and ale. Here a good woman named Mirabelle Monet runs a house for homeless sailors, but I am sorry to say her mistaken tender-heartedness and charity only encourages malingering and drunkenness. Instead, she should urge these wicked and idle men to improve themselves through industry and the teachings of the Nine. There is, however, a very appealing lighthouse south of the harbor, from which one may contemplate a distant and less disagreeable view of Anvil's castle, town, and its harbor setting. May the Nine guard and guide you. Okay, it's our high time to act. 10:54 p.m. Where is this fuck? Let's make it an active quest and see how it goes. I have beaten Metherdel and Embassy to Amentius Electus Diary, now to get back to Armand at Derloth Garden by midnight. Midnight? Alright, 11:03 p.m.
They say syndicates of wizards have led a boycott of Imperial goods in the land of the Ultimate.
It seems Somerset Isle has become a much more dangerous place.
Get the
Take
fuck
care.
off here. She's so rude, and when she attacked us, the guard helped us, so I think that whatever on the ship is interesting to us. So after a few attempts, I think we'll need to destroy her and take the key off her to see what's on the ship. After all, she's a pirate, and I'm a spy, and I need a ship. Don't know exactly what for, but I need a ship. crap, we crawled here for half an hour. So I think we need to get back. Hello.
Can I help you?
Yes, you can.
Certainly.
Probably. No, you can't help me. Thank you for your time.
Farewell, citizen. Stop!
Carwen, pirate. Here he is.
Are you confused?
Thieves Guild test.
Congratulations! You have returned with the diary. You have earned the right to join the Thieves Guild. You now owe your loyalty to our guildmaster, the Grey Fox. He has 3 rules you must follow.
Wait a bit, please. Let's hear the rules.
First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under the personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly here on the waterfront.
Oh, so many possibilities. Let's talk about the Thieves Guild.
What do you want to know?
What if I do kill someone?
Breaking any of the 3 rules means expulsion from the Thieves Guild. If you commit murder, you must pay the blood price to rejoin the guild. Blood price is for each person slain. You can pay any of the guild doyen.
Strange. Well, alright. Let's talk about Grey Fox.
All Thieves Guild members have sworn loyalty to him. If there is such a thing as a guildmaster, he's it.
Let's talk about Grey Fox.
He's been around forever. It must be 300 years or more since he took charge. I'm not sure he's even human.
Let's talk about Euronymous Lex.
He's a captain of the Imperial Watch. He is pursuing a personal vendetta against the Thieves Guild and the Grey Fox. 2 years ago, I made a fool out of him when he tried to arrest me. Lex has never forgotten.
Let's talk about sources of information.
The best source of information are the beggars. Their eyes and ears seem to be everywhere. However, be prepared to spend a little coin. They won't tell you anything for free. At least not anything true.
Alright, let's save the game.
Shadow-eyed.
I see you're a follower of the Grey Fox too.
I thought that you were hostile towards us.
You wear the shadows well, fellow thief.
Let's talk about Euronymous Lex.
He's captain of the Imperial Watch. He's pursuing a personal vendetta against the Thieves Guild and the Grey Fox. I heard the Grey Fox personally humiliated Lex years ago when he tried to arrest Armand Christophe for theft. Lex has never forgotten it.
Oh. Let's talk about rumors.
Calendil runs a nice place at the Mystic Emporium.
Thank you, that was really quote-unquote interesting.
I'm listening.
Oh, she's hostile towards us.
You've got a... That's... I doubt it. Oh, I doubt... Not... That's enough. You win... Where'd you get... I doubt... Don't talk such rot. What nonsense. That's enough. That's... I doubt it. That's enough. I like that. I doubt... Don't try to manipulate me. I like that. I doubt... Don't... That's enough. That's great. How's it go again? I doubt. Not. You win this one.
Alright.
That works for me.
That works for me, but...
Shadow hiding.
Ah, our newest pickpocket.
Newest? Alright, let's talk about rumors.
You'll never leave the feed bag on an empty stomach.
Really? Do Thieves Guild have jobs?
Jobs? We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Look, you're on your own as a thief. Go find a likely-looking house, case the joint to see when the owner is gone. When he leaves, you break in and steal some stuff. You don't need special permission or orders to do that. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Most other merchants won't take hot merchandise.
So we all work alone?
Well, sometimes the guild gets a special commission. You know, guaranteed paid to acquire certain items for special clients. You should check in with your doyen every once in a while to see if there are any commission jobs available.
Let's hear Thieves Guild special jobs.
You need more experience before I can use you on a commission job. Ongar tells me that you haven't turned in much loot yet. When you've contributed enough to the guild coffers by selling stolen items to Ongar, I might have something for you. Come back then.
Quest added, independent thievery.
Certainly. Shadow hide you.
Thank you. Where's Ongar anyway? Armand told me that he won't have any commission jobs for me until I sell more stolen property to Ongar the Fence. I'll need about 50 gold worth of stolen goods before he will trust me sufficiently. These Ongars in Bruma? That's some distance off, don't you think? What if we grab some loot from... and... No, we won't loot anything. Your sneak skill increased. Stepping softly, hiding in the shadows, you do everything in your power to remain undetected. You have become a journeyman of sneaking. The weight of your boots no longer affects your ability to remain undetected.
Ah, our newest pickpocket. You can pay your fines to the guards, serve your time, or pay me half, and I'll fix them all.
Oh,
It's your prison sentence, not mine. Shadow Knight.
very well. Let's see what's in the beggar's food bag. Lettuce.
Ah. Shadow Knight.
I really don't know. Whatever we did,
suppose we should all be doing.
I hope that that didn't have any effect at all. So we must unload some stuff also to our drawer. First off, we need to unload Mythic Dawn Hood and Mythic Dawn Robe, because these are 6 points of carried weight. Hmm. 14 stolen lockpicks. Alright, let's store the silver place here for the time being. And these coarse linens too. Also, we need to store some iron arrows. I think we need to store about 128. Yeah, that made us a bit lighter. Let's store repair hammers too, but first we need to inspect our... Yeah, we need to do some repairs. Also, I think we might need to store our debaser. It's a good weapon, but it uses too much weight units. Alright, first off, let's try to sneak into the house of our neighbor. It's his house, our monk Christopher. Tobacco, good. Repair hammer, even better. Flawless diamond, no, it's now ours. Cheese wedge, bread loaf, apple, apple, apple. Fundaments of alchemy. Yeah, we already read that. Thank you very much. Kill the doublet is now ours. This shit is ours too. Manual of Arms. We also read that. Followers of the Grey Fox. We are the fingers of the fox, the children of the shadows. More commonly we are known as the Thieves Guild. There are but 3 rules for followers of the Grey Fox. First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly in the Imperial City waterfront. Breaking any of the 3 rules means expulsion from the Thieves Guild. If you must commit murder, you must pay the blood price to rejoin the guild. Blood price is for each person slain. You can pay any of the guild doyen. The doyen are the hands and eyes of the guildmaster. You take your orders from them. You get your favors from them. They can pay off the imperial judges to remove your crimes. For a small fee, of course. Our guildmaster is the Grey Fox. We don't talk about him in public. However, we make sure that most folks think he is just a myth. We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Each member steals at his own discretion. The guild neither helps nor hinders with the burglary. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Other merchants won't take out merchandise. You won't be considered for promotion in the Thieves Guild unless you have sold enough stolen property to the fences. The higher in the guild you rise, the more stolen property you need to have fenced. If you should be called to help the Grey Fox in some special way, remember that the best source of information is the beggars. Their eyes and ears seem to be everywhere. However, be prepared to spend a little coin. They won't tell you anything for free, at least not anything true. The guild takes care of its own. The doyen can remove the bounty from any guild member. However, it takes money to bribe the guards. The guild member must pay the doyen half of his total fines to get rid of them. Well, we've stolen almost everything. Darkest darkness. In Morrowind, both worshippers and sorcerers summon lesser Daedra and bound Daedra as servants and instruments. Most Daedric servants can be summoned by sorcerers only for brief periods, or very brief periods, within the most fragile and tenuous frameworks of command and binding. This fortunately limits their capacity for mischief, though in only a few minutes most of these servants can do terrible harm to their summoners as well as their enemies. Worshippers may bind other Daedric servants to this plane through rituals and pacts. Such arrangements result in the Daedric servant remaining on this plane indefinitely, or at least until their bodily manifestations on the plane are destroyed, precipitating their supernatural essences back to oblivion. Whenever Daedra are encountered at Daedric ruins or in tombs, they are almost invariably long-term visitors to our plane. Likewise, lesser entities bound by their Daedra lords into weapons and armor may be summoned for brief periods, or may persist indefinitely, so long as they are not destroyed and banished. The class of bound weapons and bound armors summoned by temple followers and conjurers are examples of short-term bindings. Daedric artifacts like Merun's razor and the Mask of Clavicus Vial are examples of long-term bindings. The Tribunal Temple of Morrowind has incorporated the veneration of Daedra as lesser spirits subservient to the immortal Amsivi, the true godhead of Almalexia, Sothasil and Vivek. These subordinate Daedra are divided into the good Daedra and the bad Daedra. The good Daedra have willingly submitted to the authority of Amsivi. The bad Daedra are rebels who defy Amsivi, treacherous kin who are most often adversaries than allies. The good Daedra are Boethia, Azura, and Mephala. The Hunger is a powerful and violent lesser Daedra associated with Boethia, father of plots, a sinuous, long-limbed, long-tailed creature with a beast-skulled head, noted for its paralyzing touch and its ability to disintegrate weapons and armor. The Winged Twilight is a messenger of Azura, goddess of dusk and dawn. Winged Twilights resemble the feral harpies of the West, though the feminine aspects of the Winged Twilights are more ravishing and their long sharp hooked tails are immeasurably more deadly. Spider Daedra are the servants of Mephala, taking the form of spider humanoid centaurs, with a naked upper head, torso and arms of human proportions, mounted on the 8 legs and armored carapace of a giant spider. Unfortunately, these Daedra are so fierce and irrational that they cannot be trusted to heed the commands of the spinner. As a consequence, few sorcerers are willing to either summon or bind such creatures in Morrowind. The bad Daedra are Merun's Dagon, Malekith, Shoggorath, and Molag Bal. 3 lesser Daedra are associated with Mehrunes Dagon, the agile and pesky Scamp, the ferocious and beast-like Clanfear, and the noble and deadly Dremora. The crocodile-headed humanoid Daedra called the Daedroth is a servant of Moloch Baal, while the giant but dim-witted Ogrim is a servant of Malakath. Shoggorath's lesser Daedra, the Golden Saint, a half-clothed human female in appearance, is highly resistant to magic and a dangerous spellcaster. Another type of lesser Daedra, often encountered in Morrowind, is the Etronach, or Elemental Daedra. Etronachs have no binding kinship or alignments with the Daedra lords, serving one realm or another at whim, shifting sides according to seduction, compulsion, or opportunity. Holy fest. So, Mr. Eyes and Ears of Thieves Guild, now tell me, am I doing good? I think so.
Ah, our newest pickpocket.
Yeah, we're doing fine. Thank you. I work for myself and will use the guild's resources just to help myself. Thank you very much. Alright. Let's store our goods. No, we won't stash that. Biography of the Wolf Queen. Let's read it. Or maybe not. First, let's go and do some mischief. What we need is to repair our stuff. So let's go to Repair Hammer. Let's repair this iron dagger. Not bad. He raised his paw. Let's brew some potions. Potions. This stuff can restore magicka. So resist frost is kinda wasting the ingredient. Cheese wedge. Apple. That's it. Now we can go and sell our potions, or we can go and see to some of our neighbors. Door to Jair's shack. These persons are asleep. Oh, we can steal beer now. Manual farms and followers of the Grey Fox. Who's that? Jair? I hope you won't mind.
Ah, our newest pickpocket. Shadow hide you.
Yeah, let's break the rules right away. Cast out to the Thieves Guild. I have been caught stealing from a member of the Thieves Guild. Unless I pay the fine, I'm sure to be cast out of the guild. I should ask to Armand.
Take it. It's worthless to me
Alright. Well, at least there's a notification of that.
Take it.
Not bad.
Take it. Worthless.
So until caught, we can steal from him.
Take it. Ah, our newest pickpocket. Shadow hide you.
What? He has boots? But we've taken them from you. Yeah, first off, what we needed to do was to rob our boss. Oh, there's the chest. This is too obvious, but still. Let's go and loot something else. Irina Arano's house. Let's break in it. Alright, everybody's asleep. So we can do our dirty work. Nothing to steal here. Well, except these broad loaves. Guide to Bruma. Alicia Otis Guide to Bruma. Father Talos, protect us all. My name is Alicia Otis, and I'd like to tell you all about Bruma. Bruma is understood to be a Nibinese county, but in truth it is more north than Nibinese on account of its close proximity to the Skyrim border and on account of the terrible cold and discomfort of its location high in the Gerald Mountains. Bruma is always cold and covered with snow, with braziers kept burning in every quarter to prevent the citizens from freezing to death. Everything is built in wood, since trees are so plentiful in the forests of the Gerals, and even rich men live here in dark, dirty wooden huts. It is little wonder that Nords are such drunken, heathen savages, for life is impossible in such a climate, and one might be tempted to drink into insensibility or sell one's soul just to find sanctuary from the bitter cold and relentless wind. Castle Bruma is cold and drafty, carelessly decorated, and dark with soot from the perpetually burning braziers. The smell of smoke and cinders is overpowering. The high ceilings are grand, but impossible to heat, and one is never able to get warm. The ancient layers of soot and filth encrusting the stonework makes it difficult to appreciate the exceptional stone carving. Except in its stonework and grand scale, the castle is like the log huts of the people, cold, dark, drafty, and dirty. Countess Narina Carvane is a Nibenian heartlander, a dutiful chapel-goer, and a respected ruler, though she is a cunning and ruthless negotiator, and has a reputation for sharp dealing and treachery. Administration of the county is efficient and well-ordered, and a well-trained and aggressive town watch under command of hard-nosed Nord captain ensures that thieves and beggars are not very troublesome, though Nords are famous for drunkenness and rioting. Access to the castle is through a gate west from the town in the courtyard. The shops, inns, guilds are located in the north, either on the western terrace near the castle gate or below the terrace north of the chapel. The chapel is the central feature of southern Bruma, which, with houses ranged along the inside of the walls along the east and south. The streets are cramped and barren, since few trees and plants can survive the cold, but the town is compact and quickly explored. Bruma's Nibenian citizens faithfully observe chapel Sundays rituals, but the lower classes are unregenerate followers of the heathen Nord gods, and they keep to their own secrets, superstitions, and uncivilized practices. You will not be surprised to find you can purchase good quality of weapons and armor here, for Norse smiths are famous for the quality of their wares, but you should not expect to be able to purchase books here, for Norse are ignorant and not fond of reading. The Fighters and Mages Guild are poor and short-staffed, for no one wants to be posted to such a grey and cold land, but at least the Mages Guild is kept good and warm, though I shrink from imagining what infernal engines are employed to produce and preserve that heat. May the Nine bless you and save you. You cannot sleep while trespassing. What, really? Uzul Grulem. Steel battle axe. So now we have an orc without his battle axe.
Take it.
Cast out of the Thieves Guild, Stealing from a member of the Thieves Guild. Damn it. Alright. Huh. Can you steal his boots or Kira's? Alright. Kira's is okay. We need to steal everything from him. Alright, we've got his helmet. Alright. So that does it. Let's go. Alright, let's store our newly acquired goods. Hey, let's check that back. I mean armor. Because probably it might be of interest to us. Alright, fur boots, no. Fur cuirass, no. For greaves, no. For a helmet. We don't have one. Yeah, we don't own one. Well, finally we do. So we should be lighter on the go. Also, we can store Guide to Bruma as we read about it. Alright, I'm satisfied more or less. Now we can brew some potions. This will be a waste of these. Good one. Let's go to the nearest inn and sell all of it. Damn it. Too many witnesses. She doesn't have anything.
Hi. Yes? What's new with you?
I heard there were some goblins around here recently.
Can't stand the sight of those creatures.
See you.
Can we take her out? You little bitch! There on your ass. Alright, now we need a strategy. Get the fuck off. Come on, get over here. Hey, he reached me. Hey, can I do this also? Alright, let's heal first. They're pretty clear, aren't they? We'll soon be out of arrows. I think just maybe, we're making a mistake because we might need them for some quests and now we're blocking our quests. Alright, let's go. I think this is a bad idea actually. Because there might be a quest for infiltration of their ship, and I just might turn it over. But at least I know that it is possible to defeat them in combat.
It's all... It's all over. Stop! You violate...
What?
Stop!
Alright. Now we got his sword.
It's all over. It's all over.
We need more sneak skill.
It's all over. Stop!
How do we take off his vest? Alright, we did that. Not bad. Good. Nice sword, look at it. It's gorgeous. Ore mill? What? Everything we got from him can be stolen back? I mean, everything we traded him with can be stolen back? Really?
Keep your finger.
Oh. Wait a bit.
Well met. Welcome to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all Cyrodiil.
Wait a bit. Yeah, we haggle with him, okay. Can we buy something from you? No? No. We can't buy anything from him. Well, we can sell.
An excellent bargain. Come back and see me again.
Okay.
Farewell.
So you're like a beggar or what? Stop watching at me. I mean, stop staring at me, but...
What do you think you're doing?
Cast out of Thieves Guild. He's a member of Thieves Guild, and I didn't know. By the way, why can't I sell goods to him?
Guard!
And he's calling for guards. What an ass. This is at least stupid.
Filth!
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 Let's try to get a correct angle. By the way, I think we'll need that, since we need to progress in our thieving ranks.
Pickpocket!
Pickpocket! Oops, the game crashed. Ah. What, Tobias? Ah, alright. Stand still, damn it. Maybe it depends on how much weight we want to steal.
Guard!
Guns!
Pickpocket! What do you...
I think it might be a problem.
What do you...
He's a nuisance, isn't he?
Filth!
Filth! Nope, we're not about to save.
Filth!
What? Yay, our sneak skill increased. He gasped and we were expelled from the guild.
Keep your feet...
I think that it is somehow chained with how much this item weighs. Alright, I think this is stupid. What we're doing right now. Because this will tediously enlarge this game run. So let's get out of here. What are these? Gravestones? It's almost dawn. Time to unload our stuff. We can sell that. Nope, we'll take that to sell. Incredible. Right, Queenshell's shack. Crap.
You treacherous little filcher. How?
This game is awesome.
Take it.
He's a member of Thieves Guilds also. Unbelievable. You didn't see me. It's like, if it bleeds we can kill it, but if it walks we can rob it.
Keep your finger.
Hey, I just want to grab that. Alright, I really see no point in that because it will make us incredibly
met.
rich.
Welcome
And-
to the Bloated Float. She's the finest inn on the water in all Cyrodiil.
Or should I say,
Please, go
this
on.
will make us embarrassingly rich.
Farewell.
Hey, you don't want to trade with us? What the hell?
Well met. Farewell.
Doesn't want to trade with me anymore. Our sneak skill is increased. It's too
Hey.
crowded here to rob anyone. The All Saints Inn.
It's you. Hi.
Hello, Ida Otis.
My name is Ida Otis, and I'd like to talk about Mother Mara.
Where's
I'm
that?
listening. What a... is that? That's... not now, not later, not ever. Where did you... don't... really? Oh, please. That's... don't talk such rot. Is that so? What a good... that's just... that's really funny.
Let's talk about Imperial City.
Mara's blessing on you and on all her children. Speak to her at the Temple of the One. Ask Mother Mara. She will shower your heart with love.
Let's talk about rumors.
I understand money is tight, but buying discount spells seems like a bad idea.
Why is that?
You too.
I don't understand. Hagar,
A pleasure to speak with you.
why are you so low?
Certainly. Oh, that's great! How's it go again? I see. Those wanted posters of the Grey Fox are everywhere.
So what? Tell me about Imperial City.
It's terrible. I just can't walk past a bookstore. The first edition in the Market District is the worst.
You really think so? I think it's
How do you
great.
do?
If
They
you want
allow me
luck,
to read there.
There's nowhere better than the Tiber Septim. Welcome to the All Saints Inn. I'm Willett, the publican. Certainly. Need a bite to eat?
I don't think so. this drum of selling goods is, I don't know, funny. Like we're doing something grave, like selling a beer to a person
That's a
below
good deal.
below required age.
A good price for a good customer. That's a fair deal.
We can sell one restore health, I guess. Or maybe 3 of them. Well, not right now. Some other time.
Come
Thank
back
you.
and see me again. Bye.
Hail, good citizen. Something I can help you with? Tell me more.
I can't see his face.
Don't. That's really funny. You've got a. Where'd you. You're a. That's a bit excessive, don't you think? Long live the Empire.
Blah blah blah. No one's watching.
Stop right. Stop right there, cook. It's all over. Stop!
Alright. That seems legit.
Stop right there, criminal!
I'm criminal scum because I wanted to steal your linens. Really?
Stop right there!
But I've stolen your sword and I'm still not a criminal scum.
It's all over! Stop right there! Stop right there!
Alright. We managed to do this before this guard arrived.
State your business. We'll see. Not now. Not bad. That's gracious. What a hero. Is that... Sure. Don't... I salute you. Most impressive. My life is drab and wretched by comparison. Is that so? Sure. Don't waste your flattery on me. That's just talk. Good one. Not. I salute you. Oh, yeah. Don't. Gracious. What a hero. That's. Don't. Is that so? You're wasting your breath. Sure. Not. Gracious. What a hero. Emperor. Long live the Empire.
What is in this dead end? Ah, there's grate to the sewers. coin's genius.
I'm so hungry. I'm listening. Yes, that's... You're pathetic. That's... Blah, blah, blah. What a bore. I'm not buying that.
Right, thank you everyone
not
for watching.
bad.
I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please follow my channel.
Yeah.
Wish you a good night and until next time.
I'm not buying that.
Bye.
That works for me.